Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and Lady Sakura. Okay, let me see here. Right, we could explore the supply room, observe the first mate with a pilgrim. Let's do that. Let's see what that does. We don't need to help sort needles at the moment. Let's see what this does. Another submarine has docked at Igel, releasing a person in a crocodile mask and long gold robes. So he's from where we just came from, but the name of it escapes me. Where we met Moonmoth. Yeah, the postulant brings 10 solace fruit, a generous offering. The first mate leads the crocodile to a makeshift bed. Attendants wrap the crocodile's hands in silk and set them on a spike of Igel. The crocodile weeps copiously through the eye holes of his mask. Then it goes to sleep. After relinquishing a regret to Igel, one needs a good rest, the first mate says, ushering you out. An hour or two later, the crocodile comes out again, cheerful and refreshed. It departs in its submarine. Its deposited regret is not left behind for long, however. The first mate attends the engine room. Okay, cool. So we can't consume a needle, so we need to sacrifice a memory of Nook. Freedom sits heavily on your shoulders. This will reduce your taste of freedom quality by 5. You'll be able to spend less time in Nook each visit, but will gain less terror upon leaving. A release. You press the needle to your palm. There is a drop of blood, a jolt of pain. The needle grows. For the first time since leaving Nook, you can feel the pressure of your own blood straining against your skin. Intolerable, hot, too hot, bursting in the air. A fantasy, a future. We will taste this. The pressure under your skin seeps away like the slow deflating of a balloon. It leaves a hole in your mind, already folding in on itself, becoming impossible to remember. Okay, so we lose 2 terror. Thank you. We could consume a needle. Person may embrace a cactus and survive. That's true, but we don't really need to, right? We can leave. So let's just leave and get to the next place. So back to the surface. Now we will have to look for somewhere that sells supplies soon-ish. Need to remember that. So for now though, we're going to Bardon King's Hold. So, I'm trying to think, maybe Port Cecil? It's hard to remember where would be a good place to do that. There is Idiom, I think, but I'm not sure what the prices are like there. We can't really be too much a skinflint on this journey, I don't feel. Because we've got a purpose and we need to fulfill it if we can. We're going to follow this along. Around here to Lorcan's Port. Okay, so Bardon King's Hold. Like an ice, like a bizarre master scheme, like the Neath itself, most of the hold is invisible. You see only a tiny portion of sculpted coral, the rest waits below the surface. The Bardon King's bone rooms and aquaria, his pearl snares and his dining chambers. Descend to an audience with the Bardon King. The Bardon King is the Lord of the Drownies, so we can do that if we want. We could repair our ship. We don't need that because we've only got 8, right? We could trade for Drowny Pearls. We don't want to do that. We could trade for a white Mollyflower. Again, we can't do that. We need 1 Scintillac. Let's get our port report first. The porter watches you right. She says nothing. Others who come and go. Those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he is fair. Okay, and then we have no shops. Right, so it's then about, do we want to... I don't think we need to talk to him, so let's just leave him alone and be on our way. I want to hug the coast as much as I can before we set off to the next place, which is going to be out to Nook. Okay, so we want to hug the coast along here. Oh, we're going to have to deal with you though. Let's do that as quickly as we can. Take as little damage as we can. So, get in behind you. Maintain. Oh, you're going to get a shot on us. At least one. Speed up. Okay. Oh, we missed. Good. Got you there though. Okay, another shot and you're gone. Let's keep you there. And there we go. Okay. Crippled, broken, already feeding disease, endless hunger. Little remains of the ship but scraps of sinking cargo and a few buoyant parts of a splintered carcass. Let's investigate the wreckage. The pirate poet made this class popular with corsairs and smugglers. Pity, so little remains to plunder. A fishing expedition. The crew manages to scoop up a few crates before the sinking ship loses its struggle with inevitability. What's this? 2 supplies and 2 fuel. Very nice. And then a lumpy sack. We got 1 crate of human souls. Okay. A sad little chain of bottled souls. It is hard to be sure if souls have eyes, but when these ones emerge from the sack into the light, they turn their blindly questing faces towards you in what seems like excitement, and then all at once relax, disappointed or relieved. Okay, well, we're gonna continue on our way. We got our terror went up a little bit there. And again, it's that whole thing of, it's the increment, right, is the problem. Terror kind of sneaks up on you a lot of the time. Right, let's get on to here. Blue lightning crawls leisurely up the funnel. St. Erasmus dancing. The cry goes up. Okay. There's something there. We want to keep away from the something, wherever the something is. Now we kind of want to go in between those if we can. Then around. There we go. And then slow down. Right, and into Nook we pop. The edge of Nook. So we do have this to help us as well. That's good. A gap in this colossal sea monster's throat has been forced open with thick heart metal beams. They strain under the pressure, but hold. As you pass through, your submarine lights pass over a message carved in a floating piece of some unfortunate's hull. Beyond is Nook, beyond is freedom, beyond is the wretch is scratched out. Okay, return to Nook. You have the measure of the place now, and you have learnt that the liberal ingestion of wine before a visit increases your tolerance for Nook water. Undressing for adventure. Again, remove your clothes and put them safely in the watertight diving suit compartment. As the water rushes in, you're ready, taking gulps to speed the transition. It feels less like drowning now, and more like baptism. You swim into Nook, with skin and mind tingling, reborn in the airlock's cold steel. Okay, cool. Let's see, we could swim upwards. Let's see. Let's get our port aboard first. No one here has anything to hide. Actually, no one here is hiding anything at all. Notes on Nook, a vile place, festering, acidic. No laws, but those of tooth and claw written in scars. Civilization? Impossible. Making tea would be a logical impossibility. Yet the inhabitants seem content. Many have come here from London, the Khanate, the Presbyterate, abandoning cultured life for this tenuous existence. They grin, their mouths full of stolen flesh, or float naked and careless. Many have nothing, and nothing to lose. A group of swimmers dart past, hunting gleefully. One squeezes your shoulder, companionably. You've never met her before. Okay? We don't want to take from the weak. I think we just want to return to our submarine, if I'm honest. I've no other real business here other than getting a port report, so better not leave the crew waiting too long. Exactly. Air again. How refreshing. Okay, now are there shops? There are shops here. Fuel and supplies are actually pretty decently priced. So I'm thinking that's 27 supplies. So 27 supplies. Does that get me to Esteval? It's going to be pretty close. Let's do this. Let's get 2 more supplies. Yeah, and I think that's probably where you want to be, right? Then we leave. Try not to scrape the sides because we've been doing a lot of that lately. And get ourselves to the surface. Then next, we want to go to Nuncio. So Nuncio is where we're hoping to get the... What's it called? Let's see. It's you we want to... Yeah. It's the... Not secret. It's her, right? We want... Yeah. We need a... What was it? Oh, I can't even remember now. My brain's gone blank. But we need whatever it is, we need it. And it was here that we were hoping we'd get it, right? My brain is saying whatever it is begins with E. And I'm gonna trust it a little bit at least. Okay. We need to let's straighten up just a little bit. So we basically got to go down to the depths here. That's what we've got all the candles for. Hopefully it's going to be enough. So pop in here. So let's start with our port report. Those who live here deserve a better justification in the eyes of the world. The Admiralty won't understand, but you can do your best to explain it all anyway. The theology of postal work, the pull, the scarred obedience of postmen, the attention to detail that is both petty and sacred, the anguish, the camaraderie among the sufferers, the willingness to endure visitors, even visitors who do not understand their tribulations and ask foolish, ill-informed questions. Exactly. Right, so... Oh, it's a searing enigma. So enigma, that was where... Okay, I was getting at them from. I'm wondering maybe we've already done it. I'll have to check it up later, but I think we may have made progress with her already, but we're going to do this anyway. All right, let's continue. So let's do some shift work. It seems to be the chief occupation hereabouts. The bell chimes above the door. The fellow manning collections looks awake for half a second when you come in, until he realizes you're here to relieve him. Let's make a study of what goes on in the back room. Is that what we want to do? Finer distinctions. The postal rat is forever making improvements to the machine, making it more able to distinguish between similar types of package, more sensitive to the age and significance of the content. The current project requires encoding the entire content of slow cakes, exceptionals into a drum punch metal, so that the machine will be able to recognize correspondence to or from persons of note and send it into its own proper basket. Okay, so we've got one intriguing snippet. Okay, then let's end our shift. So what else can we do then? Can't do anything else there. Can explore along the beach. Let's do that. The rocks slip and slither underfoot, but you keep your balance. Let's collect material for the dead letters office. Will of its own, you make your way along the shore with a big sack. Many of the envelopes are too damp to read, their addresses permanently lost, but a surprising number are still legible. There are also parcels. Here and there is a crate, a message in a wine bottle, a sealed cask, and has bobbed up out of shipwreck. Your sack ought to get heavy with all these contents, but pulls upwards and away, straining inland towards the dead letter office, like an unmanageable dog. Okay, cool. So let's go back. Then let's go there. So hopefully we'll now be able to, yeah, we can feed our stuff. 52 categories. After prolonged whirring, the machine begins to distribute 7 invitations edged in gilt into the correspondence of the aristocracy slot. 2 oversized parcels, probably containing books, into the books tray. 1 stamped bronze tablet that drops with a clang into a bin marked First City. The postal rat watches all this with an air of satisfaction. Okay, cool. Then we've only got the tavern, which doesn't lead anywhere. So yeah, so I'm going to have to maybe check into what the situation is. So for now, I'm going to end, we're at the end of the episode anyway, so I'm going to end the episode there. Hope you have enjoyed, hope you're keeping safe, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.